there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you're lucky enough to be doing it too. I'm Bush Grumblitz, and I'm back with another dose of near-fatal affection and tanking love. Today, we've got the tail end of a very fun game I had on the Vineyards map. I started driving a few heavy tanks. Why, you might ask? Well, it's not because they're my favourite kind of tanks. It's basically because I've done so many Russian medium videos lately. And then I did some light videos, and I did some tank destroyer videos, and I did some more light videos, and I did some more medium videos. I thought, bugger me, I should probably eventually do a video about a heavy tank. And today, featuring in the heavy tank role, is the Tier 7 Russian heavy, the KV3. The second Russian heavy line, if you started the game all the way back when, you'd remember the IS was the original Russian heavy monster at Tier 7, not the KV3. And today we have the KV3 in a very interesting situation. This is the Vineyards map. Now what the KV3 has is a big ass dose of alpha and a fairly strong armor profile. And take it from me, although you haven't seen it happen, I've side-scraped my way to justice and victory along here, and you can see the remnants of many red tanks. And the KV3 has performed fantastically. What it doesn't have, though, is any way, shape, or form of being an accurate tank. It is a big Derposaurus. It has a 400 alpha gun that is able to lay out the smack in a very slow and methodical fashion. It's a peek-a-boom tank. For all intents and purposes, it's a type of tank where you pull out, you have a shot, and you pull back. It is not the type of tank where you actually pull out, snap a shot off, and pull back. As you can see there, it's a hilariously bad tank at this. And even knowing that the SU-152 is in the cap circle, I still can't get that to land. Look at the aim time. It is a disaster waiting to happen. And on the other flank, we have a Type 62 who is running about with a T-43. And you can see the side scraping going on there, just side scraping. And this shot has no business hitting, and you can see it doesn't. Now we're getting pretty tardy here. We're getting light on time. 1 minute 30 left, and that Type 62 should be well and truly dead. But he's bounced or had shots miss that should have hit, just like I'm over here trying to get rid of this SU-152. So we push on down to Funky Town, and we're going to have a look on the left-hand side here and hopefully get a shot on what is a very healthy SU-152. And we'd love him to be a lot less healthy, but unfortunately that's not the case. And lo and behold, he ain't home. So we're pushing up even further and harder on Mr. Sung, the Type 62, who is screaming for help. And the SU-152 has done a very sneaky thing and pushed over there and pumped towards the Type 62, who is now on one single solitary hit point, which is pretty hilarious in and of itself. I've got 40 seconds to get in position, actually get at least one shot off, hopefully two, and kill this SU-152. And that number is getting lower at all times because I have driven into a rock, which is one of the hallmarks of a good player when you drive into a rock. 24 seconds to go. And there's an awful lot of hit points to get through, but I cannot afford to hit just straight away. I have to let one fly that has every chance of going in because the aim time is absolutely enormous. And you can see that SU-152, he should have just rolled. And we snap one out and managed to get it down with 4 seconds to go. That's probably why I don't drive as many heavies as I should, because at lower tiers especially, they're not that flash. They are, in fact, very, very tough to deal with. As you move up the tiers, they gain mobility. You get tanks like the M103 and the IS-8 and the IS-7 and the IS-4, and that's all well and good. Yeah, they're pretty much a bit of a big slow-ass mob, lower tier heavies. There's not a lot of them that are super mobile and get around and fulfill that heavium role like the tank Rich has here on mines. We've taken the hill, and Rich is in the M103. And the Reds, while they have a numerical advantage, are heavily entrenched. They're camping their buttocks off. The T-32 is over here on my right. Somewhere down there on the right, I'm assuming is an Object 704. There's a waffle tractor hanging out by the lighthouse. Tiger 1's over there behind the cap circle. Tiger 2, sorry, not the Tiger 1. He would be a Tier 7 tank. and the T-32, who pushes up eventually and completely ignores me. And that's all right, because I'm in a T-54. And as we all know, the T-54 has 201 millimeters of penetration on its AP, and as such manages to ricochet off the top edge of the turret. So things look pretty dire, but that Tiger II is only on 70 hit points. So while he is an extra gun, he has certainly not got enough hit points to be aggressive like that, and he pays the price. Now, I'm wondering what the hell's going on down here, because I can see a T-32, but I don't know where. Oh, hang on. There's an Object 704. How about we just keep rolling through spawn and forget about that T-32 altogether? Now, this is an interesting one, because I know there's a waffle over there on the left-hand side at Lighthouse. I've got a 704 here. I'm in an absolute horror of a situation. And the only thing to do when you're in a terrible situation is to not stop driving, which is exactly what I'm up to. Now, the problem for me here is, while I've probably become unspotted with that 704, there is a waffle tractor directly behind me, but he's on very low hit points, so he's afraid to actually move. So we've got this weird Mexican standoff where we've got low hit point tanks who could shoot me, and tanks that have lots of hit points but probably aren't that great, because he's obviously camped his respawn the entire match. So I'm pushing up in the T-54, looking for love in all the wrong places. Where is the waffle? Waffle, 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 waffle. Happy days. There's a rock, hug a rock, make a rock your friend. I've got a Type 59 and an Object 704, and myself and Rich in the 103. People who are campers are committed to the cause, and that 704 is nothing if not a serious camper. Now, I'm going to push down here and try and get shots on this T-54, because I don't have a lot of hit points left. This Type 59, sorry. And keep the rock between me and where I last saw the Object 704. And I'm hoping that Rich can also get a few shots in here on the 59. Now, we've not had to switch up to heat yet. There's been no need for it. But we are getting very, very tight on time. And we're waiting here. Rich does get that shot on the 59, which is great. And we manage the kill. Down to a minute 30. Where is the 704? In all this action and hullabaloo, pushing up, killing two of his buddies, do you think he's moved? Let's go and have a look, punters, trendsetters, red hot raving humans. I'm going to take a huge amount of my money, all the money in my pockets against all the money in your pockets. The 704 has not moved his ass a single inch. Now, a camper who is committed to the cause and won't move but has got a massive big 640 Alpha gun is an interesting proposition. We could cap him out, but we don't have the time. So we, in fact, have to push up. The issue here is, obviously, I am a sub-average damage roll for this big bloody monster. But I'm going to be a little bit aggressive, because he has done nothing to inspire in me confidence that he has the skills to actually take me apart. Rich has started to move too. He knows now that he's not going to get a shot, and we are inside the final 30 seconds. So there is just no way around it. We've got to get busy and put some shots in. The 704 has done little to nothing, and we have switched up to heat because we have to pen him. We've got heat and adrenaline running, and the M103 is pretty mobile, and it's got there quick enough, and we've given him a very severe angle, and he can't get up. And there we go. Need another shot to go in. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Will the campers spoil the party? I've bounced. 0 on the clock, and Rich gets the ultimate kill. Whoo! How about that for a serious effort at camping from that 704? He never gave it up, and he didn't do much damage either. So he's from the team YOLO. I would hazard a guess that YOLO by name, not by nature, is his motto. That's a quick one, boys and girls. Just a little look at a few close shaves. And as always, patience pays off 99% of the time. If you keep working and you run around till you get a gun advantage, you're going to be far better off than YOLOing across the landscape like hell on earth in anything other, obviously, than a light tank. And won't it be great to get these Russian light tanks out and about? I'm bushgronblitz. Thank you very, very much for watching. It's always good to have you guys along. Until next time, look after your family and stay safe on the battlefield.